The morning was cold and overcast in California, with the sky casting a heavy gray blanket over the city of Palo Alto, unaware of the quiet stories unfolding around them. Among them was Grace, a 26-year-old woman who worked diligently at Tesla's assembly line. To everyone else, she was just another face in the crowd, another employee doing her job without drawing attention. But beneath her calm exterior, Grace carried a secret, a struggle no one at work could see. On the surface, Grace seemed like just another dedicated employee, part of the well-oiled machine that produced Tesla's revolutionary electric vehicles. She wore the standard uniform, her hair tied back neatly as she worked with a focused intensity. Her hands moved quickly, skillfully assembling parts with a precision that came from years of practice. She was good at her job, reliable and quiet. But behind the stoic exterior, Grace was hiding a painful secret. Despite working hard every day, she had no place to call home. After a series of personal setbacks, family struggles, a broken relationship, and a few bad choices, Grace found herself living in her car, parking in hidden spots around the city when no one was looking. It wasn't the life she had dreamed of, but it was the reality she faced. She tried to keep her struggles hidden, not wanting to draw attention to herself, not wanting pity. Her coworkers didn't know, and she intended to keep it that way. But sometimes, life has a way of revealing things when you least expect it. One day, Elon Musk himself visited the Tesla factory for a surprise inspection. He wasn't planning on staying long, just a quick walk through the assembly line to check on production. But as he passed by the stations, his attention was caught by Grace. There was something about her, a quiet strength, a determination in her every movement, that stood out to him. She wasn't just another employee. There was something more beneath the surface. He asked a few questions to the managers, inquiring about Grace's work ethic and attitude. Everyone spoke highly of her. But as he stood there, watching her concentrate on the task at hand, Elon's curiosity grew. He couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to her story than met the eye. Later that day, after his tour had ended, Elon quietly asked one of the supervisors about Grace. What he heard surprised him. No one knew the full extent of her personal life, but there were whispers that Grace had been going through a tough time. Elon's mind raced, and he knew he couldn't ignore the signs. He asked the supervisor to arrange a private meeting with Grace the following day. When Grace walked into the small, unassuming office, she had no idea that her life was about to change. Elon sat behind a desk, his usual confident demeanor replaced by a subtle warmth in his eyes. She stood for a moment, unsure of what to expect. Elon calmly, yet with a deep understanding. "Grace, thank you for taking the time to meet with me. I've heard a lot of good things about your work, and I wanted to personally thank you for your dedication." Grace froze. She hadn't expected this, and for a moment she felt a knot tighten in her stomach. Her mind raced, but she didn't want to lie. After a deep breath, she nodded, her voice barely a whisper. Grace was hesitant. "Yes, sir. It's true. I've been going through some personal struggles. I've been living in my car for a while now." The words hung in the air, heavy with shame and vulnerability. Elon sat back in his chair, absorbing the information without judgment. For a long moment, he said nothing, allowing her words to sink in. "Elon," softly, "I can't imagine how difficult that must be, trying to juggle everything while keeping your head down. But Grace, I want you to know that I see you, and I believe in you." Grace looked up, surprised by his words. "Elon," with conviction, "I've seen your dedication, your hard work, and I want to help you. You don't need to hide anymore." Grace's heart raced. She had never expected anything like this. She had never imagined someone like Elon Musk, someone so influential, would take an interest in her life, let alone offer help. "Elon," gently, "I can offer you a place to stay, a stable environment to get back on your feet. You've been through so much already, and I want to make sure you don't have to worry about your basic needs anymore. You deserve to focus on what matters, your future, your dreams." Grace's eyes welled with tears. The offer was more than just a solution to her immediate problem. It was a lifeline. It was the chance she had been waiting for, the chance to finally escape the cycle of uncertainty and find stability. Grace, with a shaky voice, "Are you sure? I don't know what to say. I've never had anyone offer me something like this." Elon, smiling warmly, "You don't have to say anything. Just take this opportunity and know that I believe in your potential. You have so much more to offer than you realize, Grace." In the days that followed, Elon made sure Grace had a safe place to live. He arranged for her to stay at a nearby Tesla property where she could focus on herself without the constant pressure of survival. He also helped her get in touch with a financial advisor and connected her with mental health resources to help her navigate the emotional toll of the past few years. Grace began to rebuild her life. With Elon's support, she found stability, not just in her housing situation, but in her self-confidence. She started to believe in herself again, rediscovering her passion for design, something she had once dreamed of but had put aside due to her circumstances. In the months that followed, Grace began to find her footing. She focused on healing, both physically and emotionally, and started to regain the confidence she had once lost. With a roof over her head and her basic needs met, she could finally breathe without the constant weight of uncertainty. The space Elon had given her allowed her to start rebuilding her self-worth piece by piece. She didn't rush into anything, but slowly the spark of hope that had been buried deep inside began to flicker again. Grace rediscovered her love for design, and though she wasn't sure what her future would hold, she took small steps toward it, one day at a time. Elon's support gave her the belief she needed to take control of her life, to realize that she wasn't just surviving, she was capable of thriving. Grace didn't need to be defined by her past anymore. The woman she was becoming was one of strength, resilience, and hope. And with each new day, she knew her journey wasn't over. It was just beginning. This story is a testament to the incredible power of kindness and how a single act of compassion can change a life. It's about how, even when everything feels like it's falling apart, hope can still be found in the most unexpected places. Through Elon Musk's support, Grace finds more than just a way out of her immediate struggle. She finds the strength to believe in herself again and the courage to take control of her future. This story reminds us that a small gesture, like believing in someone when they've lost faith in themselves, can be the spark that leads to a complete transformation. It's a powerful reminder that even in the toughest of times, a little kindness can light the way forward. If you enjoyed the story and found it meaningful, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps us reach more people. We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts and the lessons you've learned in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else.